it's love you give, I'll be a man of good faith. And in love you live, I'll make a stand, I won't break. I'll be the rock you can build on. Be there when you're old, to have and to hold. When there's love inside, I swear I'll always be strong. Then there's a reason why I'll prove to you we belong. I'll be the wall that protects you from the wind and the rain, from the hurt and the pain. Yeah, hey. Let's make it all for one, all for love. Let the one you hold be the one you want, the one you need. 'Cause when it's all for one, it's one for all. When there's someone that you know, then just let your feelings show and make it all for one, all for love. When it's love you make, I'll be a fire in your night. Then it's love you take, I will defend, I will fight. I'll be there when you need me. When honor's at stake, this vow I will make. Yeah, that is all for one, all for love. Let the one you hold be the one you want, the one you need. 'Cause when it's all for one, it's one for all. When there's someone that you know, then just let your feelings show. Make it all for one, all for love. Don't lay our love to rest, 'cause we could stand up to the test. We got everything and more than we had planned, more than the rivers that run the land. We got it all in our hands. Now it's all for one, all for love. Let the one you hold be the one you want, the one you need. 'Cause when it's all for one, it's one for all. When there's someone that you know, then just let your feelings show. When there's someone that you want, when there's someone that you need, let's make it all for one, and all for love.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television. I want to thank you for stopping by, liking, commenting, all that beautiful stuff. Only together can we go straight to the moon, baby. Much like the family we're going to talk today about the Fantastic Four. We're going to talk Real quick about Fantastic Four in the first steps here. Excuse me with the hiccups. There isn't much I know I can probably say about the Fantastic Four and this movie that may have already or not been said before. But of course we got Pedro Pascal as Reed, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Eben Moss Backrock as Ben Grimm, and a nice little addition of Natasha Lyonne as a character by the name of Rachel Rosman. Now, in an overall sense, we know that the movie First Steps refers to a lot of different things in this movie. The first steps of them being heroes coming back from being irradiated with cosmic rays. The first steps of Franklin Richards and him being born through in this movie. The first steps to a lot of different things, a lot of different ideas that are presented to humanity in this particular movie. Now, a quick summary of the movie is that we are about 4 years into the Fantastic Four being the team, being the well-adjusted, well-oiled team that we know them to be. But we have to realize that the Fantastic Four is a little different than the other teams in the Marvel Universe. The X-Men and Avengers are heroes that came together by circumstance, by chance. The Fantastic Four is a family first before they ever became superheroes. You know, Ben and Reed were best friends. Sue and Johnny are siblings. Excuse me. And I think it's a good diverse roster of characters. You have Johnny, who's youthful, exuberant, hothead, so to speak. You have Sue, who's the emotion, the heart, the one that brings it all together. Excuse me. Putting together the morals and ethics of the group, if you will. Reed with his brilliance and his ability to think of plans that need to happen and leave emotion behind it. And Ben, the one who may have lost his humanity look, his human look, but has gained an insight to humanity that many may not ever get in their life. Now, out of the casting, I will say that the one or two disappointments that I have is not necessarily due to the casting itself, because like Natasha Lyonne I like a lot, but I was hoping more should be Alicia Masters. The other cast member that I wanted to talk about that wound up getting cut from the movie, I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It was for pacing issues, but John Malkovich as the Red Ghost. I've always enjoyed the Red Ghost character. It was one of the Fantastic Four's first enemies, so to speak. We did get to meet the Mole Man in this particular movie. So sorry, guys, with the coughing. But yeah, so we get a rundown of the villains and the adventures they went on when they first came back as the Fantastic Four, and now they're into the full swing of things, if you will. And we have Shia LaBeouf come, and Shia LaBeouf, alright, Shia LaBeouf, sorry, played by Julia Garner, Ruthie, if you will, from Ozark. I think she's a fantastic actress. a fantastic actress, so to speak, pun intended, especially if you catch weapons. I think she did really well in that too. But she's the herald of Galactus. She is the Silver Surfer. That did cause some disruption, some debates about gender swapping the Silver Surfer, so to speak. Even though she did look like the Silver Surfer in the comic books. But Norrin Radd was the original Silver Surfer, and people were mad that he wasn't in it. She basically did the same deal with Galactus that Norrin did, which was she become the herald of Galactus to save her planet and bring millions, if not trillions, of other lives down because of her actions and her leading Galactus to feed off of these planets. And then now she finally has come to Earth to have again Galactus feed on us like he's about to go to Golden Corral, okay? But he's about to eat everything at once. I did like this version of Galactus way better. Ralph Fiennes. It was better than the big purple cloud of smoke we got in the first Fantastic Four movie that was released. Not the hidden one that was never put out by Canon Studios, I believe. Not that one, okay? The one with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans as Johnny. Being I brought up about Johnny real quick, I do think that the Chris Evans Human Torch was the better out of all three Johnny Storms. But I have to say that Joseph Quinn, he got the whole thing with Johnny. I did like his interpretation of Johnny Storm, and he wound up becoming very enthralled with Shala here, and was the one interacting with her mostly throughout the movie, and he wound up through some sort of process learn her language so he can speak to her, and he winded up when she came back another time was able to converse with her in her language. Now, in order to save the world, the Fantastic Four decided to go to Galactus and beg for mercy, ask for mercy. And he said that the only way he would not destroy the Earth is if they hand over Franklin. Sue was pregnant with Franklin at that time of them asking for mercy, and of course they refused. Now, at some point, as tensions are growing with Galactus coming and the Earth finding out what the price was, people are starting to wonder why they're not handing over Franklin. And at some point, Sue comes down with Franklin and she's like, when Johnny and I's father died, our parents died, we only had each other, and now we have a bigger family with Reed and Ben, and we're all affected by this. We should all be family and this and that. So do you still want me to give up my son? And everyone is like, yeah, no, never mind, it's okay. And I like to think maybe a little bit, and I'm not saying sacrifice a baby. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is 8 billion people, there's going to be a lot of scared people that may not want to listen to logic or reason and make groups within themselves to see if they can figure out how to appease Galactus, if you will. That scene I found to be a little like silly because it's like, yes, let's not lose ourselves, but go get 'em speech isn't always going to bring people back to their senses either, especially when we're dealing with like 8 billion people. We're already dealing with irrational people regularly, normally. So I like the messaging, if you will, of what was trying to get said there, done there. But in reality, I think there'd be a little bit more pushback on Sue for, I don't know. I just feel like there would be a little bit more chaos to the decision making, in my opinion. But basically, that's the crux of it at the end of the day, is that Galactus wants Franklin because he wants the hunger to end, and he knows that Franklin will be able to be the new Galactus, so to speak, that the Galactus now can transfer his power to, transfer his problem to Franklin, and he can live a normal life because he's tired of feeding off of these planets. And ultimately, the Fantastic Four make a plan in order to evacuate Manhattan and try to trick Galactus into going to this area where they can suck him into a black hole that is like so far away that by the time if he ever made it back to Earth, it would be millions of years from now. Put it that way. Everyone on the planet would be long gone at this point. Kind of let them figure it out if there's any people still alive down in the future. And they wound up being successful, but at the cost of Sue's life. And this is when we really see how powerful Franklin is. And he is able to resuscitate his mother through his power cosmic, so to speak. You can even see the universe in her eyes as she's resuscitated back to life. As if she's learned secrets she should not know at all. And this baby knows them though. And so everyone celebrates. Shalabal helps near the end, and is also through the black hole with Galactus there. And basically then we see that the Fantastic Four will be in the new Avengers movie, which they were slightly, and then the end credit scene, or the mid credit scene, is Doctor Doom, but we don't see his face. We just see his mask and Franklin touching his face. Kind of just like, maybe healing scars or something, or touching Victor's scars or something like that. But we won't know what Dr. Doom will look like until we see him on screen. We all know it's RDJ, obviously. That was pretty much the Fantastic Four movie. I do think that this was the better Fantastic Four movies out of the three. I thought this was better in some ways, but in other ways it was a little clunky. You could tell it's a little chopped up. That there was some reshoots and stuff, obviously. Some of the CGI was a little... when you spend so much money into these movies, you expect some of these scenes to look a bit better than they do. I think it's due to the amount of work that you put these CGI workers through, and the pacing and the timing and everything. I think that's why sometimes these CGI things come out a little wonky, as opposed to giving your people enough time. like give your people maybe a little less work or hire more people so then the people that are doing Fantastic Four can concentrate on Fantastic Four, or the people that are working on Spider-Man can work on Spider-Man. People that are working on She-Hulk can work on She-Hulk and not have it look like PlayStation 2 graphics sometimes with some of these things that come out across our screen. But in an overall sense, I think that this movie can get a definite 7 out of 10. It's not a bad movie. I think all the actors did really well in their portrayal. I like the actor who did the thing better, than out of this crew. I like the actor who did the thing better, and Joseph Quinn. So I thought, for me, I liked those. The Ben and Johnny relationship came out a little bit better between them two than since the first one. Pedro, I thought did well as Reed. Kirby did well. Vanessa Kirby did well as Sue. I think that she did well as Sue. It's just I've always been more of a Human Torch and Thing fan out of the Fantastic Four. I always thought Reed was kind of an idiot in a lot of different ways, and Sue, in some ways, sometimes can be a little much with the with certain things too. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that Sue's a bad character or that Reed's a bad character. I'm just not big on them two out of the Fantastic Four. It's more, again, the Thing and Human Torch. That's my opinion, though. I think this movie did pretty well, considering it didn't really do well in the theaters or really stay number one on streaming. But I think that has a lot to do with people's disinterest in Marvel or their lack of excitement with Marvel stuff. But hopefully with Doomsday and the Secret Wars coming and everything, that Marvel can kind of put themselves back on the right track with a lot of stuff. I want to thank all of you for stopping by, though, for real. I want to thank you, and leave me your thoughts on this movie down below. And until next time, peace.